If this Georgia Bulldog can stay healthy, I think Georgia's offense should be a lot better than people think in 2025. Now, I'm talking about running back Rodrik Robinson, a guy that Georgia fans may not know a ton about because he barely played as a freshman in 2023, basically missed the entirety of last season due to a turf toe injury, which should be changed. I mean, if you're missing the entire season to a turf toe injury, it's serious, right? But let's call it something different. Anyway, it was a serious enough injury for him to be out basically the entire year. But I'm telling you right now, if this guy's healthy, that is going to be a major upgrade for Georgia's offense. 6'1", 235 pounds. And if you haven't seen the video that's basically gone halfway viral over on Dawg Post, we got it for you because Rodrik Robinson has been working hard. He looks healthy to me. And there's a video of him basically running up this giant hill in the July heat, and he looks great. He looks healthy. He's been working with former Auburn running back Brad Lester, who trains a lot of the running backs in the state of Georgia. Guys who play all over the country, they're working with him this offseason. And Rodrik Robinson is the guy who worked with him last year, working on kind of his agility, moving, changing directions. Now it's about getting healthy. And the video is outstanding because Georgia fans are going to love it. Again, you can watch it over on Dawg Post, but he's running up this giant steep hill, sweating all over, muscles just glistening in the sun. I mean, he is big, he is physical, and if he's healthy, he is going to be a major factor in Georgia's run game, and they need him, right? They need backs. Last year just wasn't good enough overall. The running game took a big step down. We haven't seen Georgia be able to, not run the football like that in many years, right? Georgia's a team that can establish the run fairly easily, right? Especially in the Kirby Smart era. They've had outstanding backs come through. They've been one of the better running teams in the SEC, but last year, they didn't even have a back over 700 yards. And I know that they had two of them, but you need two. You need three. Everyone's got multiple running backs. And I'm not saying that Georgia should have the best running back room in the country. It's not like Penn State. It's not like Notre Dame. It's not like a lot of others, right? But I think it should be better than last year. Last year, Nate Frazier, a true freshman, led the way. 133 carries, led the team. 671 yards, that led the team. 8 touchdowns, 5 yards per carry. Those aren't terrible numbers for a true freshman, but they're not great numbers for your leading rusher, right? Trevor Etienne last year, 122 carries, 609 yards, 9 touchdowns on the ground, which led the team. He also had exactly 5 yards per carry. You'd like to see those numbers increase, but it wasn't a bad duo, but there were a lot of reasons why Georgia's offense just couldn't get the ground game going. A lot of it was a banged up offensive line in front of them, a quarterback who could, make some crafty runs here and there, but he wasn't a threat to run like Gunnar Stockton is. Now, a lot of people don't think Gunnar Stockton can run the football. I'm telling you that he can't. He's not the most explosive or fastest, running quarterback, right? But he is an efficient runner, and he can pick up tough yards, and he can break tackles, and he is going to be used in Georgia's run game. And if you look at their room right now, if they've got a healthy Rodrik Robinson, that is going to be a big deal. Nate Frazier is the guy. Right, he showed last year. He's got some explosiveness, but he's also got size. He's 5'11", 210, right? He runs really well for a guy 210 pounds. He can change directions and make guys miss in a big way for someone 210 pounds, okay? So he's got size, he's got speed. He's got some explosiveness as well. I think we're going to see more of that in 2025. Josh McCray, the running back that they brought in from Illinois, a veteran, experienced guy. He's played a lot of college football, ran through South Carolina at the end of last year. If you missed it, Georgia's got him. He's another bowling ball of a back. He's 6'1", 235. Same size as Rodrik Robinson. If you've got two running backs that are 235 pounds, you're looking to run through teams, right? Speed is great. You love to have speed. You love to have guys who can take off for 50, 60-yard runs, right? Explosiveness is a big deal. But at the end of the day, you need chain movers. You need guys who can break tackles. I think that's the most important factor or trait that a running back at the college level has. You got to break tackles, right? You can be the fastest guy on the field, but if you get touched and fall over, you can't break tackles. There aren't many plays where no one's around you and you can run free, right? You've got to have guys who can pick up yards after initial contact, push guys forward, fall down at the end of runs, pick up those tough yards. And they've got Nate Frazier at 210, Josh McCray at 235, Rodrik Robinson, who looks healthy right now. He looks healthy this second. He's 235. You got Chauncey Bowens, who flashed during Georgia's G-Day scrimmage. He's 5'11", he's 5'11", 225, right? So he's another 220 plus pound truck, a bowling ball, a freight train, whatever you want to call them. They've got guys with size, right? They might be the heaviest running back room in the SEC. I need to do more research there, but 210, 235, 235, 225. Dwight Phillips Jr., right? The track star, the gadget back who, will have some packages, right? He's showed a little bit that season, had that, game-sealing touchdown against Florida late in the game. He is 5'11", 175. He's not small, but he's not an average back. He's a little undersized, but again, he's not small. He's just, he's a smaller back compared to everyone else in the room, right? But he's also the fastest and most explosive. They need him in certain packages. They need to get him the ball in the open field because he can take it 50, 60 yards and just outrun everyone and glide to the end zone. So it would be nice for the offensive staff for them to say, hey, we got to get this guy some packages, got to get him the ball. He's too fast, he's too explosive. But at the end of the day, they're going to use these backs with size. And Gunnar Stockton is 220 pounds, I believe, too. I don't have it written down here, but he's a guy who's going to run the football. So the ball is going to be shared, right? Nate Frazier has to get the ball. He needs his touches. You brought Josh McCray in for a reason. He's got to carry the ball, especially in those short yardage situations, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 4th and 1, 4th and 2 around the goal line. But Rodrik Robinson is a guy who can run the football well. He is a tough, heavy back. And when we have seen him play, right, over the last 2 years, which hasn't been much, but when he has, he's running through guys. He's breaking tackles. And you put that guy in pads and a helmet on, and he's good luck tackling him. When he's at 100%, fully healthy, he's going to be a difference maker. I don't know if he's a game changer, but he is a difference maker, and he's a guy that needs to touch the football. Cash Jones, that's your receiving back, but he's still going to line up in the backfield, 6'1", 180. And then you've got freshman Bo Walker, who turned some heads this spring as well. He's towards the bottom of that depth chart, but he's 5'9", 210, right? So you've got another 200-plus pounder who can move the pile and break tackles and, just be that battering ram against a defense, especially late in the game. These guys don't want to tackle a 230, 220-pound plus back all game long, especially in the fourth quarter, right? When you're down and you need to get stops and you got to tackle Rodrik Robinson, Josh McCray, and an elusive Nate Frazier at 210 pounds, that's tough to do. And Georgia's got the chance to really shine there. Dylan Bell's going to carry the ball a lot too. He's not 200 pounds, but he's a crafty runner who, when given an opportunity to carry the football, he does really well. Good things happen when Dylan Bell has the football, right? He's got to work on securing it and catching it a little more consistently. But when they hand it off to him, get him space, he is a very effective runner. So a lot of guys are going to touch the football out of Georgia's backfield. Gunnar Stockton is going to run the football. They need him. They have to use his legs and his ability to run, whether it's in the zone read, the run-pass option. He is a weapon, and he can be a very effective runner in Georgia's offense. So if you're Mike Bobo, you've got a dual-threat quarterback, which he is, and you've got a lot of tough, heavy backs in the backfield who can break tackles, move the pile. So Georgia shouldn't have a whole lot of trouble getting those tough yards and converting, especially if the offensive line is healthy. That was a major reason why Georgia couldn't establish the run game last year. There were good players up front, but they were banged up and they were being moved all around. It was tough to get some consistency and tough to gel for that line when you've got different guys playing different positions. They're coming in and out. This guy's hurt, so he's moving over here. This guy's missing a few weeks, right? It's just tough. So if the offensive line can stay healthy and they're good enough to move guys backwards, and then you've got these bulldozers, right? These big bulldogs, these heavy guys, these tough physical backs that weigh a lot, right? They're running. It's going to be tough to tackle those guys. So I do think there is a lot of potential for Georgia's run game to be really, really good this upcoming season. So they're dogs, right? And they're running hard. And if Rodrik Robinson is healthy, he gives Georgia another tough physical back who can lean and wear down on a defense. He is tough to tackle. And he might be their number 3, right? That's a solid number 3 if he's healthy. So up and down the room, It's deep and it is talented. Gotta stay healthy. If they do, Georgia's running game should take a big step forward in 2025. They need to. They've got to get it going. They've got the guys to do it. We'll see if it happens. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. I'll see you over on Dawg Post.